See you there. Of course, you know it's not every day random people just pop out of thin air and start staring at me eating chow mein. If it was, then this would be Sesame Street. So, my friends and compatriots, which is basically the same thing, so I'm being redundant here, I have devised the best possible way to ask someone out to prom. Now, I know the school year's already finished, and basically no one's going to prom unless, they're homeschooled. Unless they're summer schooled. I know no one is going to prom unless they're summer schooled because, the entire school year's over. But I just thought, this post-euphoria of getting out of school, everyone's all happy and now they're kind of melting, just like... just letting this laziness kind of rain down on them. I thought, here's a really good idea of how to ask someone out next year. Now, a note of warning, I do not in any way advise this because there are a few strings attached. Now, so it looks something like this. Okay? Crumple up a piece of paper several times. Crumple it up like you would the heart of someone you no longer love. And get some red paint. And paint, obviously, what else would you do with paint? Paint on the piece of paper, prom, with a question mark. And make it kind of drippy looking, like spilled hot sauce, maybe. And you get something looking like this. Now what you do is you take this questionable question and you attach it to your beloved's door in some way. Now you can do this in a number of ways. You can use glue, a knife, or something equally sinister like duct tape. Now it's good because it's never been done before, and if it has, they've probably been on the news. It's bad because, well, for one, your girlfriend / boyfriend is probably going to dump you. 2, you're probably going to be sent to prison / an asylum. 3, you're probably going to die sad and alone because no one will ever want to have any social contact with you ever again after you've done something like this. But hey, it's a fair trade-off. I mean, you take the good with the bad. It's like the scale of life, man. Would you rather have a nice and enjoyable life, or would you rather, I sound like Elmer Fudd. Ugh. Would you rather my tongue isn't working today. Would you rather have a nice, enjoyable life, or would you rather have a fun, entertaining way of asking someone out to prom, which you're probably not going to go to because of the said way of asking someone out to prom? It's a fair trade-off. Other variants of this idea include the classic ransom note where you cut out pieces of newspapers and then stick them to the same piece of paper, and then you can, attach it to their door in the same way. Now, initially, you'll be able to tell if your plan has failed because you'll get something like this, and here's a clip I put together. I did not actually do this. I am in no way advertising anyone to ever do this. Ever. If you value your sanity and continued way of life, never even put one toe into the dipping sauce of this idea. Note how you get that reaction every time. It's basic human reaction, I guess. I don't know. That's just the way we roll. Of course, nowadays you can't do anything like that, or even remotely close to that. Any pranks at all. Like, back like 50 years ago, you could fork people's line, you could TP people's houses, you could light a paper bag on fire and put it on their doorstep. Back then, you could do all this amazing stuff, and it was just like, oh, you kids. You jokesters, you. Nowadays, you try something like that, and it's like, these kids just burned my house down! It was just ding dong ditching. I don't even know. On that note, I'm going to get back to my date with this, savory, noodly complexion. And you guys can enjoy some credit music. Sayonara. Are you guys seriously watching me eat? Do you people have nothing better to do?